I know many did not vote for me, and you are disappointed that your candidate is not where I stand now.
I hope you all heard his confession that he did not win the election. Good day, everyone, and welcome back to our YouTube channel, Everyday People's Voice, a fearless media platform where we hold leaders accountable for their failures. My country people, now you have heard from him that he did not win the election. We have to take our mandate back. This is the beginning of the revolution that will set Nigeria free. Nigeria is the country these old men who were raised in the era of the colonial masters are all corrupt. They have looted the country dry and are not done yet. They are agents of the devil and won't quit until Nigeria is destroyed. We will not let them happen. We will chase them out of the country and clean up all the corrupt institutions that they have erected. This is the moment that we must not allow to pass. The whole brigade must be kicked out by force. Nigeria is ready to emerge as the leader of the black people all over the world. My country people, it is so sad to see what our electoral umpire did. They have now made Nigeria a laughing stock. Anyway, more to come. Watch this next video as you see how they were exposed with their fraudulent act of the election. My country people, I will see you on my next video. Drop your comments below after watching this video.
But the question is, how widespread was it?
It is as widespread as the observers who made the comment. Respectfully, I want to tell you that all of them, not some, the EU, the ECOWAS, the AU, the CSOs, both in Nigeria and internationally, they came to one conclusion. According to Thabo Mbeki, say INEC destroyed the trust of Nigerian people in the process. In a democracy, the process is more important than the result. And the process of conducting an election is very clear. I participated in this election. You go to the polling booth, you are accredited by the beavers, you go vote. At the conclusion of the matter, the vote is counted, the vote is announced publicly, the vote is transferred through electronic transfer to the server. Two levels of authentication through transfer. The first is uploading to the IREF portal, which is snapping the hard copy of the manual result and uploading it, which INEC was doing even before the authorization of electronic transmission. INEC yearned and told Nigerian people, and Nigerian people fought to grant them electronic transmission of results. The only reason for the amendment of 2022 Electoral Act is electronic transmission of results, to remove the mischief of the manual collation centers where Nigerians have unanimously agreed is the albatross for free and fair election. In Mahmoud's INEC, in 2023 presidential election, Mahmoud bypassed the process of transferring electronically the result of the presidential election intentionally and willfully in order to manipulate the election to pronounce Bola Tinubu the president-elect. Why did I use the word willfully and intentionally? Anybody telling you there was a glitch in Beavers is the first liar of this election. There were 3 elections conducted on the same day. No Beavers I repeat, no Beavers malfunctioned. We were accredited by Beavers. He did not malfunction. We were counted, announced. They transmitted the result of the senatorial election. Beavers was beautiful. They did it with the House of Representatives. Beavers was on top of the game. Then in the presidential election, they are telling their own fools, not us, that Beavers suddenly started malfunctioning. No, it did not malfunction. There was a deliberate attempt to make sure that the presidential election is not transmitted, so that they will resort illegally and criminally by the law. Section 60 subsection 4 of the Electoral Act made it clear: count and announce the result in the polling unit, transmit and transfer in the polling unit. Subsection 5. So the polling unit independence in the conduct of our election is sacrosanct, and anything beyond that is not only illegal but criminal. Subsection 6 very clear: anybody that contravenes this procedure has become a criminal and should be sentenced to jail. He will either pay a fine of 500,000 naira or go to jail for at least 6 months. So all the INEC officials that committed crime in front of Nigerian people are now by law criminals. And again,
well, they haven't been found guilty yet.
No,
by a court of law.
Oh, the finding of guilty is to punish. I give you an example. In law, if somebody has a land and you know your own land, somebody is building on it, and you don't scream and you keep quiet to finish, when he finishes, that land belongs to him. So when somebody is stealing from you, even in the local parlance, you have to shout, thief, thief, so that people will help you to apprehend them. In the local palace, you have to shout, ole, ole. If you don't do it, you may just be found guilty of contributory negligence. So the issue here is not that the court is for them to be punished. The first act in criminal proceeding is complaint.
Yeah,
Okay.
but the act has to,
Now,
the court has to find them
the act has
guilty
not
before
finished.
it punishes.
The act has not finished.
Yeah.
In 64, subsection 4, the act say you cannot collect, you cannot collect or announce results until you confirm and verify the results with the result already transmitted and transferred, recorded in the Beavers, the accredited voters, and in number of votes in the Beavers. Section 64 subsection 4 subsection 5, and in subsection 6 it says if there is a dispute, in other words, somebody says, look at what I have is different from what is in the Beavers. He said you would have to stop, compare with the result in the Beavers, and if there is contradiction, the one in the Beavers prevails. INEC chairman is the chief returning officer in the issue of presidency. There was no Beavers at all throughout, and he went on to collect and announce, making it a criminal offense again according to subsection 60.